It's good. Yo. What it do, people? What it do? What's good? Dominic 5, what up? Tim, what's good? What's good? Let's get the likes up, y'all. We're gonna get it in. Damn, they open this early? They must got a lot of orders. Man, they sell rice and chicken. That's like a lunch spot. It's 8 o'clock and they open. They probably got special orders. People probably want it for like day lunch and stuff like that. Corporations. Maurice, what up? Julian, what up? Chris, what up, Chris? What's good? Lakers beat Heat last night. They had a few guys in double figures. Lakers cut Quincy. Sean family, what up? Brandon, what up? Brandon, how you feel about the Lakers cutting Quincy? I know a lot of people not happy with that, man. I think he did enough. You know, that's the Lakers' problem. And then they cut him for a center that they like what they're not going to use. I don't think he's rated higher than no Coloco. He's definitely not Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood's supposed to be back in a couple weeks. I don't. Yeah, Chris Green said he don't like it. It don't make sense. You had a guard that's showing something already. The style of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You keep guys like that. You know what I mean? He already got the cosign, got even the name wise. He got a deal that put the light on him some when he got the deal with Steph Curry. So when he got the deal with Steph Curry, now he's not like a complete no name. Now every player, general manager, everybody know, okay, who this kid Steph Curry gave a deal to. Now they watch him closely and see that he can really play. See, that it's many reasons why you shouldn't have did that. Like, you know what I mean? It don't even make sense. Like, he got a little name. Like, anybody on the Lakers get a little name anyway. But he got a decent little name. He ain't huge. But he got a sneaker deal at the end of the day. So now it helps when it comes to, like, this building him up. Now he got the eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? Just his story, his background. He was good at Xavier. I don't get it. Hey, yo, he said, my boy Brandon said that lame fake king got Quincy out so his son could be. I definitely think it definitely could possibly play a part. I think long as he there and his son even getting 5 minutes in the game, I think people would have been like, yo, you got to play this kid. Him on a G League team, all type stuff. I just think that it definitely played a part. You know, because I just don't see no other reason. Like, it's sad, and I know it's like people blame LeBron for things, but it's like it seemed like if you just look at it, it's like, what reason? I can't think of a reason why the Lakers cut him. So if you go look in the grand scheme of things, people push for Quincy over, especially on the YouTube. YouTube is a whole nother level now. YouTube is a whole nother level now. YouTube is not just no rinky-dink thing where you can say something on here and nobody hears you. You being heard, especially if you have any traction. Like if 6 or 7 YouTube page that's decent page that got decent amount of views and it gains some traction, but I best believe you're being heard. It don't always have to be humongous. It don't always have to be humongous page. This something that's solid. Like a few YouTubers make, especially if you articulate yourself well. If you say it well and break down a game or, you know what I mean, whatever your content about is more respected than you just jibber jabbing. And I think a lot of YouTubers made a point that this kid is good and that he should get a shot. If you look at his style of play in NBA, he's fast. He could score. He could shoot from outside. Like, especially in today's those type of guards, that's what's work right now in those type of guards. And I think that he's done enough to show that. Knowledge, what up? Most, what up? Amiris, what up? God's favorite, what up? Tyrone, what up? What's good? Yeah, it's. I think he's done enough. So now you look at, okay, and he kind of popular. Like, what was the reason you did it? He's not like he had a guaranteed contract or, you know what I mean, a partial guaranteed contract. You need the money. It don't make sense. So when a guy like Brandon say, you know, LeBron got him cut for his son, it seems like that. Like, I don't have no other explanation. If somebody please give me one, because I don't want to be like, oh, I come on here pounding on Bron and blaming him for something. I'm not blaming him, but it seems weird. This thing really caught me off guard. I'm really shocked behind this. I'm shocked, and it makes sense what Brandon said. Like, what other reason? And you know, the best way to put a mask on it, you do it for somebody who don't play his position and say, oh, you needed that position. That's the way you do it, because you couldn't bring another guard in unless it's like, you know what I mean, you just couldn't do it. He's not even on an NBA roster. So it's not like, okay, you doing it and you open up a roster spot. Like something you could be like, everybody confused. He's on a 2-way deal. He's not on the 15-man roster. So it's not like, okay, we could cut him and bring in Dennis Smith or somebody like that, Markel Fultz, because we cut him and we need a room. It's confusing. It's confusing. Like, okay, why did this kid get cut? You know what I'm saying? Why did he get cut? And that's the thing. And then you look at like, okay, he got cut by this guy. Who is this guy? Who's this guy he got cut for? He wasn't no All-American, no big time player, or like nobody understands it. Lakers never really shine lights on centers. It's like they don't even care. And now it's like, okay, they pick up a center. On that side. He said LeBron must be stopped now. He said you spent six hours on. He said you spent 6 hours on the beat yesterday. Yeah, we did. We did. Spent a lot of time on the beat yesterday. We did. We damn sure definitely go watch the videos, y'all. We did 3 videos. You heard a lot from the Beat 139 perspective. You heard New York Chuck was a great interview. Rel Rock was a great interview. She came all the way down from Philly to do the interview. It was great. That's right. Click that like button. Keon, what up? 7 Day Sports, what up? Like, I'm really trying to. He said Friday, D-Lo revenge. D-Lo playing on Friday? I think he's out. Knowledge. I think D-Lo hurt. I think he's hurt. He said, when I'm going live with Elder again, soon. This be the scheduling thing. I'm getting like busier and busier, so I try to jump in, and then he's not available like that. But we definitely gotta get the likes up, y'all. But it's crazy. There's no other reason, and I think this is stuff is going to haunt the Lakers. Like, I just don't understand it. I'm waiting for somebody to give a good reason why they think Quincy got cut. Maybe I can make some sense of it. Okay, OG said you guys could respond to OG in the comment section. He said he never was going to crack the Lakers rotation. Good story, dude is 23. So this is the issue I have with people when they say somebody 23, like that's them. You could get better at 23. Not just only you could get better at 23, you just getting your feet wet. Like this guy just getting you see guys all the time get better. Each year they getting better. So I just think that is stupid to say, and I'm not calling you stupid. But I'm just saying, I think it's crazy for people to think like that. Like, this person 23, like he didn't get a shot yet. Let's say if he played now, let's just say he'd be in a rotation for any team. Let's say he averaged 15 minutes this year on any team. Let's say he averaged about 5 points this year, right? Now he getting his feet wet. This is a new game. He came from college. This is a new game. Let's say next year he averaged about 21, 22 minutes. And he averaged about 8 or 9 points. Right? And he just offensively, he keep scoring more. His defense got a little better. His ball handling got better. We've seen, it's tons of guys. We've seen in our own eyes. Each year they got better. It happens all the time. So to say like he's 23, he'd never cracked the Laker rotation, I don't think that's true. And because somebody 23, you don't always have to be 18, 19. To be honest, sometimes those are the guys that fool you. Because they be 18, 19, and they play good in high school, and then you just going strictly how they was in high school. But they went to college for 1 year and maybe average, let's say they went to college for 1 year and they average 8 or 9 points, but they 18 years old. It can fool you, because the same guys at 23, look at their college stats when they was 18, 19 years old when they was in look at them, 18. Them guys, 18, 19 years old. I'm pretty sure they had the same stats with these guys when they I'm pretty sure they got the same stats. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure they got the same stats, they're probably better. So a lot of times you look at these guys, they be rated in high school, and they rated in high school, and you look at it, you be like, damn, you know, they throw the highlights and things like that, but then they turn out and they go to college for 1 year, and they decent, but you going strictly on and they decent, so it looks like that. They get drafted. There was a maybe top 10 high school recruit, a high recruit. They 18, they 19 years old. They average 8 points, and they went to like a major school, and it's like, oh, he gonna. But it could be the same thing as them players. Is there sense in the ATL? That pays damn bills. That's why I always tell youngins, man, do not rush to get old, man. Do not rush to get old. Everything, you know, youngins like to rush to be old because they want to do what they want to do, but there's a lot that come with that. There's a lot coming with that when you old. When you young, you got a lot of errors for mistake. A lot of errors for mistakes. When you old or just getting old as an adult, things get real. They get real fast, and nobody cares. You know what I mean? You got real life bills. You know, you got to survive situations happen. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. You got to your brain, everything got to always be willing and dealing. Always. You got to, things get serious. It's no time for play. I tell kids that all the time. Enjoy your childhood, man. It's nothing like your childhood, man. Enjoy it, because you're going to be a child much shorter than you're going to be an adult. Shit, they start telling people start growing up. It's crazy, because soon you get like 13, 14, it's like they start, you know, you start automatically, mentally, start worrying about like certain things. Now you're into clothes, you're not into some of the stuff. You don't want toys no more for Christmas. That toy is dead. You don't want toys and wearing certain clothes and stuff now. Now you become a little independent now at 13, 14 years old. You're in high school. So it start then. You playing around in the park, all that stops early.
What happened? Not working? Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Start early. That thing starts early.
Thank
Starts early. You're right, Knowledge. You're 100% right about that. You're 100% right about that. Oh shit, I'm turning music. They had to turn the sound off. They's playing music. Yo, did you guys see what Dr. Umar said? Dr. Umar said Rasheed Wallace is the greatest power forward of all time. Then he said, if not, maybe two or whatever. The thing I say, I disagree with him. about Rasheed Wallace. But if Rasheed Wallace was playing in today's NBA, Rasheed Wallace would be a Hall of Fame player. That's guaranteed. If Rasheed Wallace was a rookie, like if he was a rookie or second year man and played the amount of years he played in the NBA, he would be guaranteed a Hall of Famer. He would be considered one of the greats of all time. That's how you know the difference between today's NBA and back then. I can name a few players who would be highly effective, a whole totally different career, some Hall of Fame, and you take 5 players, not counting great players in this era. I'm not counting guys like Embiid and Jokic and Luka. I'm talking about if you take the tier that's under them guys that was good, who might be made one All-Star or probably never made All-Star game, who's not considered a star player. You put them guys in today's NBA, they'd be stars. But if you take some of these guys who kind of like on the same level, they won't be. That's the difference between today's. You put Rasheed Wallace in today's NBA, he's guaranteed to be a Hall of Famer. He would be guaranteed. He'd be guaranteed a Hall of Famer if he's in today's NBA. You know how good Lamar Odom would be if he's in today's NBA? You know how great Lamar Odom would be in today's NBA? Ross Strickland guaranteed be a Hall of Famer. Guaranteed be Hall of Famer. It'd be super great. Then have about 12, 13 All-Star games under his belt. You know what I'm saying? And you take these guys, even a guy like, what's his name? I can say he's going to be great, but he'd be a consistent 20-plus scorer in the NBA. Even guys like J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith would be highly effective in his career. If he's in days, he'd be totally looked at different between now and years ago. Nick Young the same way. You put Nick Young now, he's getting $100 million. Even with no defense, because they put a little more defense back then. He easy get $100 million, Nick Young. Guys like Jamal Crawford get big money. Big money. Big money. Guy like Dion Waiters, you know how good he'd be in today's NBA? And this is, I'm not even going all the way back. I'm just saying in recent guys. And you put some of these guys who so-called fake good now, supposed to be at that same level, and you put them back then they wouldn't be that good. They wouldn't be that good. A guy like Michael Porter would be less of a player. A lot of these guys would be. A guy like Steve Smith would be Hall of Famer. A Hall of Famer if he played in this era. Yeah, today's era, like these guys, they gonna benefit from a lot of numbers. I ain't even counting the great players in today's. I ain't even count like the Jaylen Browns and them. I'm talking more of the guys that's under them. If you shift them, guys like Peyton Pritchard, then we be getting off like that. Look at the guys that gets off now. Would not be getting off like that. Would not be getting off like that. You put them, I'm just saying 10 years ago. I ain't even gonna sit there and say in the 90s. They definitely ain't getting over the 90s. Some of these guys soft, they not going to that basket, and they don't shoot good enough. They'd have been in trouble. They'd have been in trouble. Lamar Odom is not a good shooter, but his size, he was a good rebounder. He'd been got a lot of cherry bunnies. He would have got a lot of bunnies. Lamar Odom would have got around the basket, driving to the baskets. Nobody did to stop him at the rim. You know what I mean? You could have put him at some small ball center. He would have, Lamar Odom, easy would have been a max player. Lamar Odom is a max player in today's NBA. Jamal Crawford, max player. Jamal Crawford averaged 30. Easy. Easy. Yeah, Ron Artest will definitely destroy right now, because you could imagine his defense on these soft guys that are complaining. If he would playing today, his defense would look way better, because a lot of guys today would have been scared of him, and he's been strong enough to go to the basket. Now he could the jump shots he taking wouldn't have been frowned upon. You ain't really want him shooting threes, even though he could make a three, but you like, that ain't what you really want from Ron Artest. Now it's like, okay, anybody can shoot the three now. Anybody can shoot it. So him shooting it, that was like a downfall of his game. Like, come on, you don't want Ron Artest shooting 3-point shots. Now it's like, okay, damn, their whole mirror off. Nick Van Exel in today's NBA, of All-Star every year. He'd be a guy that averaged, Nick Van Exel in today's NBA would be averaging 20 plus points every year and about 8 or 9 assists. Easy. Easy. A lot of guys would be so much better in today's NBA if they was playing. Especially them guys, like I said, guys like Lamar Odom, who wasn't the best of shooters, but can score around the basket and had trouble sometimes. Not gonna say had trouble, but at times he couldn't, because you had bigs down there was blocking it. Oh, Stojakovic, oh my, whoo. Stojakovic would have been a beast. Get that. Come on, hurry up. We got these cars coming. Come on, hurry up. Holding up traffic. They really kill you when you hold up traffic. You know how good Andre Iguodala be right now? He's a max player in today's NBA. Because he'd have been getting, because Andre Iguodala back then was getting like 16 points. 15, 16, may have a solid year. But you can imagine today that has got bumped to at least 21 points. Iguodala. Every year. Not no one year that highlight his career. It'd have been at least 21 points he averaged. His rebounding, but how he look on defense, him going to that basket, he'd have been an easy max player. Easy. Allen Houston. Easy. These guys would be Hall of Fame players. But you put a lot of those guys back then, a lot of these guys that, who a guy I'm thinking about right now, who average, look how some of these guys be averaging points. Like who, for instance? Like Austin Reeves wouldn't look nowhere near like he look now. People wouldn't even think about him. He'd be a guy that's on the end of the bench. Oh my God, Glenn Rice. Reggie Miller, Hall of Fame. I'm not even counting guys who gonna make the Hall of Fame in this era or that era. I'm counting guys like under that tier that's still like, the guys that's under that tier. Like under guys who got the Hall of Fame career. I'm talking about guys you see guys like Jeremy Grant, he gets a lot of buckets. Like a lot of these guys wouldn't be that. Bob Myers said Lakers it's good. Glenn Rice averaged 30. I think Glenn Rice averaged like 26 back then. Glenn Rice averaged like 26 back then. He'd definitely be averaging like 30. Easy. Because one thing, he getting them shots up. Dennis Scott will look way better than he did back then. Nick Anderson, them guys like that. And a lot of these guys who putting up like Michael Porter, them guys wouldn't be nowhere near that good. These guys like Desmond Baines, these guys who average 20 points, but you know, they really not that. Oh my God, Sprewell, he was aggressive. See, the thing is what came with them guys, they was good and aggressive. Sprewell averaged about 18, 19 points. He would be considered like a big time scorer now. Y'all go to the Beat 139. Did some great interviews yesterday, man. Definitely go support that, man. Definitely go support the Beat. You know, I definitely want to give a shout out to all the guys on this channel that be going over to the Beat and supporting. It makes me feel good when you guys do that, because it makes me feel strong. Like this my crew. This is my crew over here. Like, that brings value to me. You know what I'm saying? It really brings value to me. Like, I'm bringing an audience over here. I'm bringing an audience over here. They here on the strength of me. Some people don't even not into that. They just strictly into sports. You know what I'm saying? That brings value. That's why I tell people in life, bring value, man. Bring value. Like, I brings a lot of value over there, man. A lot of guys go over there and support. The guys hit that like button. It's guys from this channel done gave donations over there. It's guys this channel always hit the like button. It's guys over there always you know, support it in the comment section. It brings great value. Michael Finley would be a beast. Thanks, OG. He said he thanks, OG. Wicked Gems, what up, bro? He said Most enjoyed it. Yeah, I saw Most there all day. Yeah, Most definitely was in the building. He ain't just pop out for 5 minutes. Most was in there, in the trenches, watching that joint. That's what I'm saying, support. Y'all don't know how happy that make me feel. I know some of you guys, especially the Laker game was on yesterday. So I'm like, damn, a lot of you guys still came over. Oh, Brad Doherty in today's, Hot Rod Williams. Oh my God. These guys was tall, like Hot Rod Williams, athletic. He had the little short jumper, block shots. He beat today's center. He'd be, you see how what's name got $200-something million? Evan Mobley, that'd be Hot Rod Williams. That'd be Hot Rod Williams. He said, I don't know, they could make money wise, but Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton, Terrell Brandon to be a beast. Cause these guys was quick and they had to shoot a jump shot. And they good at going to the basket. You can imagine Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland was taking that thing to the rack back then. And you had real 7-footers, block shots. You had power forwards. That lane was clogged up more. You had power forward 6'10", center 7'1", small forward 6'8", shooting guard 6'6", point guard 6'2", 6'3". Derek McKee, Tim Thomas is correct. These guys, Tim Thomas' career be totally different. Cool coach. Derek Cohn be a Hall of Famer. If you could drop Derek Coleman Derek Coleman back then was getting 20 something and 12. You can imagine, and he could shoot the jump shot. You can imagine Derek Coleman right now. He'd be even average about 14, 15 rebounds, getting assists. He'd be unstoppable. The thing will hurt some of them guys down there. They had some contestants at the rim. You had big shot blockers back then. Tree Rollins, even if it's not some guys stop, you had two guys on every team, 6'10", 7 feet. 6'10" at the power forward, 7 feet at that center. And then it was clogged up. Derek Coleman, like you said, Derek McKee, these guys, and today, how they look, they'd be great like at big men. Great big men. Oh yes, Chris Jackson beat Steph Curry. That ain't no lie. Chris Jackson, Steph Curry, and Trey Young all is similar to me. I know people hate to put Trey Young in there, but people say what they want about Trey Young. Trey Young dropped dimes. It is that Steph Curry is so great at what he do, but what's his name do a little more than Steph Curry. See, people hate to think like that, but I think Trey Young is more dangerous than Steph Curry. See, the thing with Steph Curry, he's just so great, and he could just, when he get hot, it's like you can't do nothing. That's the thing with Steph Curry. Like, he bringing it home. He get hot, and in that fourth quarter, he could bring it home. But Trey Young is dangerous because he got the range. He knock it down. He go hard in the playoffs. And he dropping dimes. Steph don't do that. He dropping dimes. That's what make him more dangerous, but people don't look at it like that. Trey Young is a guy that's like kind of like a one-man army. Trey Young in a one-game series, that's why he's dangerous in guys in like a one-game series, or if it's a game 7, he's dangerous. No matter who on his team, he might could do enough to beat you. He good enough to beat you by himself. Of course, he's gonna have help guys chipping in, but if that game close in the fourth quarter, is up for grabs. It's up for grabs. Ain't too many people dangerous as Trey Young in the NBA. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Game 7, so you're looking at his team, but game 7, I'm gonna say he more feared than. I'm gonna just do it by teams. To me, in the game 7, he more feared than anybody on the Celtics. He more feared than anybody on the Bucks. He more feared than anybody on the Lakers. Like, he caused problems. See, people just don't like Trey Young. And I'm not his greatest fan, but the things he do and how hot he could get. He could change things in a matter of moments. Start dropping dimes, cutting through, dropping alley-oops to big men. He got lob threats on his team with Akondu and Capella. And don't let somebody else on the wing to start playing solid. They can beat you. In the series, no. Like, Atlanta don't scare me in the series. But if that thing end up going 7, no matter on the road or not, I'm trying to think who scares me the most. He more scary than Jimmy Butler. He more scary than anybody on the Sixers team, a B and any of them. Like, I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie, man. Donovan Mitchell dangerous too, because he have like a big explosive game, but Donovan Mitchell don't do it like Trey Young is just, and it's crazy because he ain't gonna do it every night, but he's scary though. Trey Young scares the daylights out of me, man. If I'm like that other team and he going in the game 7, he could beat you. Not a lot of players, you can say that about a lot of players. A lot of players you can't say that. And you can't say that. You comfortable in the game 7. Yeah, see the thing is what Trey that Dame don't give you, Trey gonna give you the assist. People don't realize that's big. When you make your move, you get double. And you hitting you passing to you hitting the guy. He said Kareem, you sleepy, bro. The thing with Jamal Murray, dangerous, but Jamal Murray ain't dropping them dimes like that. See, y'all have to look at the whole package. Number one, he could the thing with Trey Young, he could perform home and road. That's big. He could get you on the road. He could have big monster performance at a game 7 on the road. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. Give you monster performance on the road in a game 7. He can't. He giving you dimes and buckets, and he not scared. A lot of people can't do that. How many people you know can do that? He knocking down the free throws if he get fouled. He's knocking down the free throws. He's not scared. He's taking them shots. He's gonna be dropping them dimes. A lot of their game is cut off at a certain extent. You start Donovan Mitchell, he ain't gonna make the right pass. Jamal Murray not making the right pass. Y'all have to just stop. It's not all about stats. Like this watch his game. His game don't scare you. This is his game, his ability. Things he's done. He scares you. Jamal Murray is, but they give it to you different. See, y'all not counting for assists when you going cold, and you can start off cold. See, Jamal Murray, Trey Young could kill you if he dropped 20 and he may have 14 assists. Jamal Murray not doing that. See, y'all, a lot of people just looking at points. And the playoff game, all that counts because now you're getting other guys involved. Now they feel a little comfortable. You're getting them involved. You're giving them bunnies. Why you fatigued and your shot not falling in the first quarter? But you know what? You're dropping dimes. That first quarter you may have 5 assists. You stand afloat. You're struggling, but you know what? You're dropping dimes. They fear you. You're getting a little double teams and different things. It matters, man. Harden, what's scary about Harden? You know in the playoffs he's not going. You know he's going to fold. I ain't going to lie. Harden shouldn't even be in this conversation. He fold way too much in the playoffs to even be talking about James Harden. He folded way too much in the playoffs to be talking about James Harden. Harden always chokes in the play, always. He may have a couple good games, like who not going to have a few games, but he always choke. Why would Harden scare you? What did he ever do? And you can see he's scared. He's a whole different player. He don't have that bounce. He quits. He don't have no heart. Like, I ain't going to waste my time on no James Harden. Everybody and their mother know what he done. That's what hurting his resume right there. His playoffs. He have complete meltdowns. He quit. He don't take his shots. He ain't aggressive body language. He's nothing. Trey Young got that little toughness with him. Some guys, man, they tucking their tail when things not going right, man. A team be down, they tucking their tail, man. They start moping and their body language change. And I'm not a Trey Young fan. I respect him, and I think that I felt the Lakers should have been that. If I was the Lakers, the minute is any whisper about him, you can have it all. Don't even play with them. Nah, we not even gonna play with no Austin Reeves and them guys. Y'all can have it all. Cause you put him with a guy like AD who playing defense like that. You don't need them two big enough. They could get it done. Him, AD, and then you get like other guys around. I'm just saying in the future. I ain't counting LeBron James. I'm just saying, just guys like going forward with the Lakers. You got foundation Trey Young and Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis is player you need that size where he could play the 4, the 5. If you want to go big, he helps you. He blocks everything. He gonna score mid-range shots. Him and Trey Young will be dangerous. I'm the Lakers. I'd have went all. I would have did whatever. I'd have called him every day. I'd have been like, Trey Young, please ask for a trade. Trey Young would be perfect. If you ask me, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't counting like guys like Shea and guys like that. Let's say a guy them, but I'm taking for the Lakers Trey Young over Donovan Mitchell. Trey Young over all them guys. For the Lakers, like to play with Luka. I mean to play with Anthony Davis, my bad. Nah, he's not good defensively. He's not, but hey, what he do for offense? I think I live with that. I can live with that. You know what you give a guy like me, Anthony Davis and Trey Young, and I build the roster. Believe me, we gonna win the championship. I could easily build the championship team around Trey Young and Anthony Davis. Easy. Because Anthony Davis, what he give you, that was dangerous just now. That was dangerous. She's so stupid. This is why you can't have babies by anybody. It's this truck. I'm going to show y'all. You see this truck? Now, you see the traffic, right? Y'all see it, right? Y'all see where this truck, and see how the cars come from behind? That's a blind spot. There was a lady just now. I'm going to show you the lady. I'm going to show you how stupid she is. She going to get stupider today. This lady right here. With this baby. She got a hood on. She's cold. You see how she pushing the baby? 2 kids right there. She got 2 kids right there. Now y'all see how she cold. You see how she pushing it like this. She went behind that car. Almost got hit. She pushing the stroller. She had 2 kids. She cold. She got the hood on, and she didn't even see that car coming that blind spot. And you got the stroller like this. It's no taking back. You ain't get and peep out and then you went around. My heart just jumped just now, man. Cause I seen the car coming from a distance. You know, I watch distance. I'm watching distance. Yeah, she's stupid. Y'all see how she walks? She walking like this. She got the stroller. I didn't even know it was 2 kids in there. She got the stroller like this. She got her hood freezing outside. She trying to help me get across the street and try to go around that car just now. I mean, she just went. She ain't see traffic. She just went, and the car just came. And missed her by seconds. She went in the car had the car going fast, she'd have been in trouble. And she might be a nanny. Who knows? Cause she look a little older to have like, I ain't, to have like little babies like that. I don't know if they twins, but she look like she a 40-something years old woman. Have little babies like that. Not saying you can, but she look a little old. She might, cause there's a lot of nannies out here. Like this lady, she might, she definitely a nanny. See this lady right here? Those white kids, she Mexican. You see the lady right there? Those little white kids she has, and she look Mexican. And that lady, I couldn't really see what she was, but it's a lot of nannies out here. So, you know what I'm saying? That got other people's kids. Yeah, Too Short, but Too Short a man. You don't see, he did Too Short as his first kid at 53, but he a man though. Most men have their kids early. I mean, I'm sorry, women. Women at a certain age is pretty over for them. Yeah, like that. Yo, the minute if I'm like, I've been on the phone with them every day. What do you want? Every day, you need something from another team, and we have to go grab it for you. Hood TMZ, what's up? Go subscribe to Hood TMZ. He got a good show over there. No, you got some that's a little older, but I'm just saying now, like I said, this area here is a lot of babies. There's a lot of people that have babysitting and dog walking over here. That might wasn't her kids. Cause like I said, she looked older. Like she looked like she was like in her 40s. I can't tell like her Rick. She had a hood on, but she looked a little older. And those like little babies. And that's not rare. But you just saw the Mexican lady just now with them white kids. Them two white little kids, and that's not her kids. They babysitters. It's a big babysitting area right here. You'll see a lot in schools right there. You'll see a lot of like them Jamaicans, caring for babysitting. It's crazy, and this is crazy. This is society. Us as minority, we don't have like babysitters like them. Like everybody you see out here. You'll see like the Jamaicans, you'll see like the Spanish people, and every kid you see them watching is white. You don't see them babysitting black kids. Black people can't afford that. Nannies and stuff cost. Black people can't afford nannies. Now I ain't gonna say it, I'll take that back. I ain't say black people, but you just don't see it. You see it all the time. If I go right around there with that school, and that school I think is a private school, with them little kids, you're gonna see a lot like Mexicans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, and you're gonna see white kids they taking to school. I think D'Lo out tomorrow. I don't think he. I don't think he. I think he's still hurt. Fucking be crazy. It's not that easy making moves. I ain't gonna lie. It's not that easy making moves. Because the reason why I'm telling you, the Lakers is more difficult than any team. Because when you got somebody, and I know you guys don't see it like that, But when you got somebody 40 years old on your roster, it make things tough. It make things tough. I know it's like, oh no, Bron's still good, and you guys say that, but it's hard. Cause when somebody that old, it's like year by year basis. That means you got to go all. When a guy like that, when you got a guy like that, that means now you have to get players you might not really want, but you may be like, okay, he may be good for this year right here. It forces you. Let's say, for instance, a guy like Jimmy Butler, that guy that stay hurt, wants a lot of money, and normally, let's say if you had like two guys in their prime, you may be like, nah, because I ain't trying to pay this guy this money right here, right? But you all in and you go all in and you make a move, and if it don't work, you stuck. You know, if that move don't work, you stuck. Now it's like, all right, I'm stuck. I done paid this man $200 million because I want to keep my guys happy, and I went for it, but it ain't work out. And it can backfire you, and now you got another old player. Now one player retired, and now you got another old player on your roster that you can't get rid of, and he's on your team for 3 or 4 more years. You're right, OG. Yo, that's what he looked at. You said it best. I want everybody to see what my holy king said. That's right there what he looked at. He looked at, because him, Kawhi, and Paul George, they all around the same age. They all around the same age. If they may be a year apart, something like that, but they all around the same age. Jimmy Butler, I think, born 89. Paul George, born 90. And Kawhi, born 91. They all around the same age. Kawhi and Paul George both had injury histories the same way. Well, we can't compare. Like, Kawhi's like the worst of the worst when it comes to injuries. But Kawhi got paid with all the injuries he had. The Clippers never went to the finals. He missed a whole season. He missed playoffs, whole playoffs. Jimmy Butler missed few games. Kawhi Leonard missed the whole series. He gets paid. He didn't win with the Clippers, where it's like, all right, he won, you got to deal with him. Paul George been hurt, missed tons of playoff games. Like I said, they're around saying he got $200 million. That's what Jimmy Butler looking at. But what Jimmy Butler failed to realize is the timing. See, people have to understand. I get it how he feel, but it's the timing. The timing. Had Jimmy Butler been a free agent this year, like a straight free agent this year, he'd have been good. The simple fact that he has another year left, and then he wants a fresh. If he'd have been a free agent this year or last year, he'd have been good. Now, these owners feeling that first and second apron. They feeling it. That first, second apron, this the first year it really kicked in. The same way like Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram was a free agent last year or this year. If his contract could have been up this year, a team would have got him. The simple fact that it's going to be next year, or if definitely it was last year, and this new CBA is they feeling it now. They knew it was coming and everything. You can know something coming, but when you in it, you feel it. He said Pat Riley looked like he said the N-word behind the scenes. He said Pat Riley making Jimmy Butler finish his contract. Exactly, but he got paid after Toronto. That's the thing. Kawhi got paid after Toronto. Jimmy Butler, see the difference. Another difference comes with Jimmy Butler compared to Paul George. And Paul George is more like a guy like you say. He got sucker ways. Kawhi's quiet. Kawhi don't cause you no problem. He just quiet and he just do things in a weird way. But he's not like what you consider like a cancer. Paul George just got like sucker way. He bitchy. Like this bitchy. He's not gonna take you to that level. And then you got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a problem. He's a problem. He's very strong, opinionated. He had no problem saying something to a coach. No problem saying something to general manager. He say things. He weird. You when you're a player, one thing these owners and stuff. Now, knowledge just said Pat Riley looked like he said the N word, right? In private. One thing about these owners, they frown upon that weird stuff Jimmy be doing. That's not cool to them. Like he laughing and think it's a joke coming out with his hair perm each year, purple hair, he coming out all this weird stuff with black fingernails. They don't like all that. They feel like, yo, we lost the champion, we lost in the finals or lost in the playoffs, whatever it is, you should come back focused and you come back joke time. You come talking to a little Muppets and you laughing and joking, talking to a Muppet, and you just got this weird personality. They don't like that. See, sometimes you could tolerate it, but the older you get, you don't have to tolerate it as much. The older you get, you lose value. Like I said, LeBron James, he's not as strong in the NBA as he once was. I mean, the NBA as a whole, as he once was, because they know he's on his way out. So when you're on your way out, you don't have that strength. So right now, Jimmy Butler is to Pat Riley. He feel I don't have to deal with it. Jimmy Butler is older. He's older, and Pat Riley feel I don't have to deal with this guy. I don't have to deal with this guy. Jimmy Butler's a weird dude. He think it's funny. I don't like all that. Wearing dresses and crop tops and like nobody. If you want that ugly, and he's supposed to be your leader, that's not leading. You showing that you trying to play. It's not a playing matter. Especially now in the NBA, you got young people, and then there's a lot of weird stuff goes on in the NBA and the industry anyway. I'm really turned off by the industry and the NBA. It just a lot of weird stuff goes on. You're right, Stone Cold. You're right. You 100% right, Stone Cold. Like a woman, when you young, you could get when you young, like they say, young and stupid. You could get away with a lot of stuff, even if you knew at the job. If you knew at a job or anything, you could get over by saying, "Yeah, I didn't know." Being young and new at something, even not young but new at something, you could get away with it. You could get away with it. You get away with it. This Hollywood stuff, you hear all the stuff that goes on. See how they dress like that's not fashion. It's not fashion. Like Kyle Kuzma had that long pink sweater. That sweater came all the way down to that. What's fashion about that? What's fly about that? You can't even see your arms. It's long. Like how's that fashion? These guys be weird, man. They be weird. In Hollywood, it's like that. Like you lose touch, you lose base. Yeah, it's just crazy, and it's sad because our kids living in that. The kids. The difference now. The more so now you got to be in your kids' life more so now than back in the days. See now, I mean back in the days, it was none of this. There was no internet. It was none of this. So your kids, let's say if your kids stayed in the house, okay, they stayed now. And stuff on TV, it wasn't like it is now. It's like, all right, cool. Stuff now, the internet can raise your kid. It teaches your kid, okay, this and that, fat, oh, this and that. And your kid on the internet learn different things. They see nothing wrong with it. They see nothing wrong with it. Yeah, wearing suits. You can't pay for a kid to wear a suit now. You go to funerals. I rode by a funeral yesterday. I ride by funerals damn near every day. And outside of it, you don't know. Before you could tell, like you could tell a young person died by the look of it. Now everybody wearing like regular clothes in funerals. People not wearing suits and stuff. Even the NBA. You ask all them guys with millions of dollars. I guarantee them guys probably don't own no more than one suit. I guarantee it. You go in the NBA, you do a poll, and they have to be honest. Ask them how many suits you own. After they got drafted, that might have been it. They might even pass that suit. Some people keeping it because they could, this the suit I got drafted in. After the draft, and a lot of times in the draft, now they change it. They ain't wearing three-piece suits now. Now they wearing stuff like Chet Holmgren had the chain out with a button up. It's like different. When we young, we was looking at, we was like, Freedom Steve, we like when Iverson was like, why we have to wear this? It's slaves. It's not slave, it's business. You want to change it up, it's business. Like, you're a corporation. Like, keep some tradition. There's nothing wrong with a suit, your nice haircut, not woofing. You got millions of dollars. And then the part that killed me, if you was broke, you will want your haircut fresh. If you was broke, you'll get a haircut every week if you can afford it. But now you rich, you wanted to say, I don't care, I got money. And there's just the weird stuff. Even football, like that guy on Diggs, Stephon Diggs, these guys be weird. The other guy, Antonio Brown, these dudes be weird, man. Yeah, wearing big chains. It's like a time and place for stuff. It's like a time and place for stuff. That's just like it's 8 o'clock in the morning and you got all your jewelry on. Like I be seeing people like that. Like, come on, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Tuck it in. People have all their jewelry look like they going to a club. 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, come on. On a Tuesday. Yeah, all of them like that small chokers. That always been a thing of, the L people. It always been a thing when like that been a thing for years. That little choker always was like a symbol, what you knew back in the days when they had like they used to wear like the Hawaiian with the like the little like like the Islander, like the Samoan type thing. You know that was like that always been their thing, the little choker thing, chains and stuff like that. Like it's all right to like. That's why I think them coaches need to get back in suits. Adam Silver is a clown. You got these guys, these coaches looking like, players. They all got black jeans on, that black. Like, get fly. Spend some money. Pat Riley stayed with Armani suits. Yeah. Yeah, John Wick, yeah. A lot of guys don't own, and these guys millionaires, and they in a corporate business. You in a corporate, you should have a suit on. You should have a suit. I think NBA they should have suits on. I ain't gonna lie, especially like guys who hurt and things like that. I think they should have suits on, like NBA players and coaches when they not playing. Yeah, that's not even fashion. They're not teaching our kids. Y'all definitely need to y'all definitely need to go watch the beat last night. We had a great day, man. We had a great day. We had an interview with Rail Rock. She came from Philadelphia. She did a great job. Definitely want to thank her for pulling up. We had New York Chuck. He talked about different things. Um, we're gonna clip that video up some with draw some attention to the algorithm. That was a great interview. Stuff that we didn't know. He talked about Ali Zoe being a rat, Jimmy Henchman. He heard some things. It was crazy. Also, we had like a round table where we discussed the the guy getting beat up, got killed by the police in Marcy prison. Um, rest in peace to his family. We spoke on the gym and camp situation. Gave our point of view. A lot of people wanted to hear our point of view for us being from Harlem. That just what it is. You know, and it's crazy because last night somebody texted me, and this late night, and they was like, "Yo, Doc, one thing I can say about you." And what's the name said it too? Knowledge said it too yesterday. He said one thing about you, Doc, and it made me feel good. He said one thing about you, Doc, you call it fair. And he talked about the situation with the Cameron and Jim Jones thing. He said, "Yo, you call it fair. Like when you like that, people at the end of the day, they gotta respect it. When you fair, people respect it. Like and the point of view I gave why he said that I'm fair, because like I said, I had no horse in a race. You know what I mean? I grew up with Cameron. Um, I met Jim, been around him, but not like that. Like I don't know him like that, but I've been around him when Cam first brought him around. When I came home, we all played ball in the gym together and things like that. But and and Keith was talking about he said Cam like and Jim just been taking a beating because people like, yo, why Jim, and people say that Jim started. A lot of people say he did that interview. Why he did that with Justin LeBoy. He did that interview and he started, right? And people saying that Jim started with Cam. So the out the point I gave people a whole different perspective. You know what I mean? It gave people a whole different perspective because people said, "Oh, all he did was all Cameron did, he just asked 50 Cent a question, but you asked a question that you knew was gonna get put in a bad light." Like, and the way how I broke it down, a lot of people ain't see it like that. A lot of people ain't see it like that today afterwards and said, "You know what, Doc, you right." Because even afterwards, when we got off, a lot of people like, "Yo, we got off." People was like, "Yo, Doc, you right, you right." I ain't look at it like that. A lot of people ain't look at it like that because because they's like, Cam said, "I ain't gonna say nothing else about this." What Keith said. Keith said, Cam was like, "I'm not gonna say nothing else about Jim And Jim took a beat in the media, all platform, everybody was saying he started. He came out being in his feelings over with Cam, and Cam ain't really say nothing. He just asked 50 Cent a question. See, that's like a passive aggressive. You know what happened. You know actually what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's clear. Everybody knew what happened. And you ask a guy that you know who don't got no cut card gonna call it how it is. And you know asking that question gonna make and them two guys beefing already. Jim Jones and 50 been beefing for a while now. You knew what's gonna come out of it. You knew by asking them that on air. You especially now if you ask somebody else, you ask a Method Man or something like that, they probably would have been like, nah, it's no good. This guy here is 50 Cent is a straight shooter. He's not gonna bullshit you. He's gonna give it to you. And then you already know he has issues with Jim already. So you knew without saying that, so you could say something out there. You knew what was going to be said, how it's going to look. You know what I mean? You brought these guys on stage with you. At the man, you had a beef. How you brought my man and my other man on stage with you while we was beefing. You knew how that conversation was going to turn out and how it was going to make them look. So people ain't look at it like that. People ain't look at it like that. So people like, oh, all he did is ask him a question. He ain't say nothing. It'd be deeper than that. That's why I said most street people pick up on shit. Like, that's why in the streets I tell people, in the streets, if you want to be in these streets, you got to be sharp. And a lot of people are not sharp in these streets. You got to know all angles, be able to see things before it happen. And you know when somebody coming at you sideways, you know different things. You 100% right. You 100% right. He said Cam signed a podcast deal and now dissing everyone. Money brings it out. Yeah. But see, and then the way you do it is like, oh, see, the thing it's like a big the thing I don't understand when it comes to Cameron. I respect it more if you feel how you feel, stand on it, and then let it be. He comes off as, this the problem I have with him. Because he'd come off, this what he'd do. He'd say what he want to say, and then be like, yo, I could say what I want to say. It's my show. I could say nobody can't tell me what to say. Okay, cool. But then when somebody say something back, you go off like, oh man, whoa, this, that, and the third, and then you kind of play victim. You you play victim after that. Like, you threw a shot at him, stand on it. Yeah. Don't be like, yo, I just asked the man a question. Like, come on, don't do that. The same situation like my situation. You threw a dart out there and said something about Big L. Y'all knew what that was. Oh, I ain't say nothing. May said something. Why are you saying something with me? May said something. I ain't say nothing. By you bring up that conversation, you knew what was going to happen. I ain't say nothing to Doc. Doc is wilding. He comes saying this, that, and the third. I never said nothing to him. I'm speaking this, that, and the third. I asked him a question. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, just say that. It's just that. Like, you know what I mean? It's a little more respected when it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you start, you feel, oh no, I'm saying what I want. This is my joint. I'm saying what I want. But then when somebody shoot a shot at you, don't make it look like it's the end of the world. Like, yo, you started with me. This not like, nah. That's how I'm carrying it. I'm gonna be throwing shots at people. I'm gonna draw the internet, and that's that. That's one thing I respect about 50 Cent. 50 Cent carries like that. And it's like, it is what it is with him, and it's that. He don't sit there and do it, then try to sit there and be like, yo, I ain't gonna say nothing no more, or yo, it's a freedom of speech. Oh, yo, somebody telling their story, and then when somebody said to you, you act like it's the end of the world. Like that's the thing I don't get. I don't get. And then people so stupid, and everybody like going at Jim and like, yo, he wrong, yo, this was man. Why he had to sit there and go in like that? He's jealous. He's jealous. He's jealous of him. You can see he's jealous of him. Like, fam, I'm not. I'm like I said, I don't know they business. I don't know. He might be jealous of him. I don't know. But the point I'm making is, you made him look. You brought a situation up that you made him look crazy. Made him look like a snake. One thing in the street you don't want to be looked at as a snake. You don't want to be seen as a snake, a snitch. Especially if you feel that's not true. You just don't want to be seen like that. Because a snake, you don't want to be a snake because you got to deal with people. And you don't want people side nod you. Because now he looked like a snake. So now a guy like Mano can look at him like, yo, if you do it to your man that you came up with, you'll snake me. So now nobody will really fully embrace you. Nobody gonna fully embrace you because they're gonna feel you possibly can snake them. People feel, nah, he can snake me. So it'd be hard even having somebody really rock with you. So you're going to defend your name. You're going to defend your name. And I don't think he was wrong for defending his name. Like I said, they feel how they feel. Like I said, I got no horse in the race. But don't throw a stone and then try to hide your hand like, yo, I ain't say nothing. I just had to know. I asked the question. You could have asked that off air. That's something. It's not like soon when the show over, y'all went your own ways. That's something you could have asked before you could have asked on the phone or anything. You asked that because you knew this dude don't cut no corners. He's a straight shooter, and you know he's gonna give it up. You know he's gonna give it up. That's like having Charleston White on your show. When you have Charleston White on your show, and anything you ask him, you know it can be a problem. Charleston White say what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm cool, mates. I don't have no issues with them. And you know it's crazy because it may seem, but one thing about me, I call right and right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got no horse and no, I have no horse in this fight. And then one thing about me, one thing you must know about me, I will never be on some Harlem stuff or I'm gonna go like all out, like, because a lot of people like, yo, it feels like, okay, like they said, people taking sides, right? Number one, I'm not with that. I don't got nothing to do with that. I ain't taking no sides, even though I know Cam and Mace, and I have a relationship with them, and I don't really have nothing with Jim. But reason why I won't take sides, right? The main reason, they never done anything for me. I'm not jumping. I'm not. When you get older, you learn things, you see things. I'm not doing it because a block thing. I'm past that. I'm past that with a lot of stuff. Like you don't hear me like other people, Harlem. Yeah, I support, but I'm not. One thing I learned, people outside supported me more than Harlem. If I go sit there and look on here, and I have a Cash App, it's not nobody from Harlem sent me a Cash App. All these guys that I know, I could say a couple guys, Knowledge sent me money before. He's not from Harlem. Greg Brown sent money before. He's not from Harlem. Durrani sent me money. He's not from Harlem. There's a lot of people. I could go on and on. Not just money. That's the money part of it. The support. Look at you guys on here now. The support. How many guys supported me heavy? Not with just this, the Beat 139. Heavy. That's not from Harlem. How many people support the Beat 139 that's not from Harlem? So I don't do, like, I don't openly embrace it like some people do. I say Harlem, I love Harlem. I love it. I love where I'm from, but I don't openly be this and that Harlem versus everybody. I don't talk strong. Y'all don't never really hear me talk like that, or because it's a lesson learned. When you get older, you see things. You see things. Like I said, I never had an issue with them. Every time I seen Cameron, always, yo, Doc, what up? We powwow, it's good. Never no issue. Right? I had this podcast for years, the Beat 139. I ain't even talk about this channel here, the Beat 139. I ain't even talk about coming on the show, but even shouting out or be like, yo, I'm gonna throw some light to it. That never happened. Him or Mace. So I'm not going to, like I said, it be the little things that matters. So I'm not going to get myself in it because number one, I'm not going to play. So let's say if I do say, okay, I'm with Cam, like whatever. If I stand on it, I'm not playing. So that means I'm with whatever. So that, mind you, we all in hard. Even though I don't think it's getting to that, but it can get to that because Jim Jones just did a video. He had a bunch of dudes in there and they rap and they talk. You just never know when they get the people, they see each other. Oh, I saw you on the internet, and it won't even be them, it be the other people getting involved. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just watching like everybody else. I'm not going to sit there and do that because nobody did it for me. Nobody showed that they fucks with me like that. I saw him. He told me, Doc, yo, I like what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, cool. I don't have an issue with it. I don't. But you know you got the power. You could be like, I could fuck coming on the show. I can throw some light to that. Yo, go check out the Beat 139. Yo, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? This, that alone, like, all right, alley-oop, while even doing nothing. You could be on your live, say it, you could post, or we could have a good interview one day. It could be we had a lot of classic interviews. Put that joint on your page, yo, go check bro and them out, blah, blah, blah. And it makes both. They never did it. So, like I said, I'm not mad or bitter or anything, but I will never put myself in a position where I'm going to, no matter what, defend somebody just because it was a Harlem thing. Let's say if it's against somebody from the Bronx or Brooklyn or Jersey or Philadelphia somewhere, or a block thing, and I'm not receiving it because you get grown, you get older, and nobody doing it for you. Nobody doing it for you. And you 100%, now that you're right. He said, why people watch the Beat in silence. Yeah, exactly. You not lying. Because people always tell me, yo, I see you, yo, I keep doing what you're doing, I watch that. But I don't see people in the comment section. I see it all the time. When I walk around, yo, Doc, yo, blah, 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 I'm like, damn, I didn't know you watch it like that. Like, you know what I mean? We get donations and stuff. It don't be now near person from Harlem. It don't be a near person from Harlem. So I'm not on that. So when people say that, yo, Doc, yeah, that's real. Yeah, I don't got no horse in that race, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna call it fair. I'm not gonna call it and just be like, nah, like somebody, yo, it may feel like no. Like when you throw a dart at somebody, don't hide your hand. Just be like, yeah, I said it, but don't make it come out like, yo, I'm gonna say nothing else. He said something to me, so I responded back. Yo, I couldn't wait to call vacation. He went in on me, and everybody like, yo, he a snake. Like, I just think I'm just putting myself in his shoes, and Jim's shoes. You don't want to be perceived that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That wasn't a good move. Like, what happened? It wasn't. Like I said, I agree with Cam on that. It was not a good move what Jim did. It was not a good move. You know that's your man, they beefing, and then you get it. You know how it's gonna play out. It's not a good move. at all. It's not. It's not a good move. I would have never did that. At least let it die down. If he'd have got on stage with them, got up with them 5, 6 months later after the shit, because most stuff rocks for like a couple weeks. After a couple weeks is over with. You to let shit rock for like 6 months and you want to get with him, it wasn't. I agree with Cam 100%. That was a bad look. The only issue, what I'm telling you is, when you say that, then stand on it. That's my whole thing. Don't come and be like, yo, I ain't saying nothing. All I did was ask. Don't even explain that. Just say fuck him. Fuck that. I respect him more if he'd came out and Cam would have came out and said, fuck Jim. I ain't like what he did. That shit eat me up. Fuck him. And you went at him how you went at him. Don't throw a little tap. Yo, ask a dude a question that you know gonna say what it's it, and then it gets around, he a snake, and then he do the interview. He know what it was. Jim not stupid. He knew what you did. And then be like, I ain't say nothing to him. All I said was, I just asked the man a question. I ain't say nothing, but he gonna go in on me. So now I'm gonna say he not from Harlem. I'm gonna say he make up with people after he beef with them. I'm gonna say this and that. I ain't do nothing. I just asked the question. That's the shit that bothers me with people. That's the shit right there I can't stand when people do. I can't stand it. It's like you throwing a rock and hide your hand. Don't do that. Say fuck him. That nigga did some foul shit. Man, this man beefing and he got on stage with him. Yeah, and I said it. Fuck him. Like, cool. Cool. It's not a problem. That's how you feel. You got every right. He has every right to feel how he feel. Because that kind of, that bodied them. I'm putting myself in Cameron's shoes. I would have been sick behind that. I'm beefing with a nigga and we going back and forth. Even if you don't agree with me, even if Jim didn't agree with Cam, he still shouldn't have did it. He took, I don't think it was, even though I agree, it wasn't out, it's not that serious, because I never looked at when 50 and Cam was beefing, I never looked at it as it's gonna go somewhere physical. It didn't even cross my mind. It didn't even have that energy to me that it was gonna go there. But that's what Jim's saying. Well, it wasn't that serious, man. You know, Cam shouldn't have said this. He jumped out the window. I agree with him. Whatever Jim had to say, I think it was weak what Jim had to say. It was weak. You still don't go on stage with him. You did it right in the height of the beef. You was out of pocket. You did it right in the heart of the beef. Jim was totally wrong for that. And that's why Cam, me personally, I would have never fucked with him again. See, that's the problem. See, the problem people do, and this is what I said. And people show you who they are, though. You say, and see, this is like a contradiction on a lot of people, right? I'm about to drop some real shit on you guys, and then I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop some real shit, and I'm gonna go. See, I'm a type of person. I think deeper. That's why when y'all see my scout game, y'all be like, damn. Y'all be like, yo, he a beast. Like, I'm really good at what I do in scouting and stuff like that, and deep thoughts. When I jumped off, I ain't say when I decided to go on the streets after playing ball, and I could continue playing ball. And I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. I sat there and said to myself, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to live by this. Everything, understand this game inside out. Understand you have to be really sharp when somebody coming at you sideways. You have to see stuff a mile away. You have to know what's right, what's wrong, snake shit, foul shit. You owe somebody money, pay it. I never subscribed to none of that. When dudes back in the days run off of people's shit and be like, oh, fuck that dude, he's soft, or run off and hide and doing, I never respect none of that. To this day, I don't like it. If you owe somebody money, I don't like that. You trying to beat somebody, you tell somebody, yo, I got you, and then playing games. You got to play the game the right way. You do everything right, even though it's wrong what you're doing. You know, okay, this is what you signed up for. You got to live by everything you stand by. You throw a dart at somebody to stand on it. That's all I'm saying. If that's what you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? You choose to do that. Don't sit there and that's the shit I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I don't like right there. That man did some foul shit. He came on, and what you did, you sold your soul. So now we supposed to look at you. You that hurt. Now, mind you, that happened whenever it happened. That shit bothered you so much back then, it hurt you. You said it hurt you when you saw that man do that. Why get back with him for some money? That goes to show you guys will sell yourself. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. Somebody do that, I'm not doing no crime with none of you dudes. I can't trust you but so much. Cause if that hurt you so much, you felt if you felt it so much where it happened years that long ago, and you still brought it up in 2025. The shit happened at thinking, I can't remember when it happened, 08 or whatever, and you bring it up 2025, it bothers you so much. Why do you do verses with them? Oh, I did it for the money. And that thing bothers me when I see people all the time. I see other content creators, oh, you got to respect them. He did it for the money. He didn't really, I've seen people, Cam wasn't into the verses. He didn't want to do the verses, but they offered a big bag and he did it. So you can't knock him for that. Okay, well, if you can do it for a bag, you might well just forgive him then. Forgive him all the way. There ain't no halfway forgiving. There's no halfway forgiving. Don't sit there and say, oh, they had the verses. I'm going to do business with them and get money with them. And we could go on tour and we could do this verses. I'm doing it for the money. That's showing you selling yourself. You're selling your soul. If you feel that deep that somebody snake you and you can't trust them. That snake and trust is very powerful. Why, when you got millions of dollars, you would want somebody like that around you? Why would you want to even do business with them? Somebody goes to the enemy, you feel, because they trying to portray it like, oh, it could have went either way. It's some street shit. You went to the enemy? So if you could sit there and say, okay, I'm going to do it for the money. Fuck it. I'm going to do it for money. I'm going to get back on stage with him. We're going to do the diplomat again. We're going to go on tour. If you could do it for some money, you might as well just forgive him and just leave it alone. Ain't no, okay, I'm doing it for the money. So now you're telling you will sell out for some money. You will sell out for some money. You would. You will sell out for some money. That's what you're telling people. Smart people, they seeing that. One thing people say what they want about 50 Cent. 50 Cent sharp. 50 Cent sharp. Did you see 50 Cent ever fuck with Game? 50 Cent made big money. 50 Cent made more money with the Game than Cam made with Jim. Cam said he ain't make no money with Jim. This is what he said. Like, I guess Jim albums, I guess. But 50 Cent made a lot of money with Game. They had that truce. Game wanted to get back down with 50. 50 like, nah. You know how much money, if Game and 50 would have got back together, how much money they would have made? Do you know how much money Game and 50 would have made if they got back together? 50 like, nah, you crossed me, it hurt me. 50, you can hear when 50 talk about Game. I wrote this for you, I wrote that. Dr. Dre ain't want to deal with you. I did this and that, and you crossed me. And 50 Cent thing ain't nowhere near deeper than Jim and Cam. 50 Cent just met Game. Cam knew Jim for years. I can test to that. I don't know when, but I remember seeing Cam bring Jim easy around 94. I remember seeing Cam bring Jim around the block. And they came in the game together. 50 Cent, if he from Harlem, his grandmother lived in Harlem, whatever it is. So I know that had to cut Cam deeper than what 50. And it was worse. Reason why it was worse because all Game really said was, I don't got no problem with Nas. I don't got no problem with this rapper. That's all Game really said. And Game from ain't no 50 long. They just fairly met. But 50 felt, you snaked me. Ain't no money in the world. You can stay over there. I don't got nothing to do with you. You don't got nothing to do with me. I'm not. The Game and 50 got back there to make so much fucking money. He turned that down because he felt it hurt and he felt you was a snake. So I can imagine if he felt that, and Jim is your man, regardless, people say, oh, well, me and Mason grew up together, but him and Jim grew up. But him and Jim spent a lot of time, all them years together. Let's say the time Jimmy came around 94. They've been together on the regular. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they say that, but I wasn't seeing. I'm from the block. Mace used to be on the block more than Cam been on the block. Mace hung around Zig and no more. They went to school together, Manhattan Center. But when you saw Cam, every time I saw Cam, I seen him with Bloodshed, Jim, and Cam playing ball all over. You know what I mean? He was nice and playing ball all over. I didn't pair them two like, oh, that's his man. They together every day like that. I didn't see it like that. That they together every day. Mace be on the block every day. Cam wasn't on the block every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they was and inside the school buildings, but Cam always hung around. You see him with Jim. I saw him with like I said, Bloodshed, the tall Digger. He comes around, he come around, he fuck with, like I said, it's not just like you saw them like, oh, that's his man. Like it wasn't like that. But the thing, he spent a lot of time with Jim, so I can imagine he been hurt behind it. You know what I'm saying? I know he's hurt behind that. So that money for Versus, y'all didn't get no $1 million. They didn't get breakup. They didn't give no $1 million. I don't think that. But that stuff for Versus, you should have turned it down. You should have turned Versus down. Be like, nah, I can't fuck with dude no more. I can't fuck with him no more. He snaked me. I can't fuck with him no more. I'ma move on. I'ma do this. He could do that. But don't come on stage and then you see him in Harlem pulled up on him. There's a video out. He see him, Cam jump out the lamb. Yo, Jim, what up? Capo, what up? Yo, they speaking. Yo, what's good? How you doing? Just that they seeing each other. You know what I mean? It's all smiles. Like, that's the shit that I can't get with. I can't get with that. Because now it's like you phony kicking it. You phony kicking it because I thought y'all was good. I thought y'all patched it up. I saw y'all on Versus. I saw when you pulled up in Harlem. Yo, cop, you pulled up. You could have seen him. You in the car. You could have saw him stand out there, be like, that nigga out there, and kept going. You pulled over and hollered at him. You went out your way to pull over and holler at him. See, the thing about me, I'm going to give it to you guys real. I'm going to just give it to you guys real, and that's just what it is. People try to be on the fences too much. That's the problem with a lot of people be on the fence too much with things. People be on the fence a lot with things. Oh no, this, that, and the third. What up? I'ma fuck with him. Now, all right, we could get this bag. I'm gonna pull up on him, but then bring some old shit back up. Bring some old shit back up and be like, yo, man, I don't. Yo, tell me what happened with that. Knew what the outcome was gonna be. You knew that. A blind man seen that. When I first saw, I said, "Oh, I knew Jim was gonna respond some way. I knew he's gonna respond some way." I knew he's gonna respond some way. I know it. That's my thing. If you got an issue with him and you felt that way and you felt that strong, and I agree, I don't like what Jim did. So he was wrong. You gotta be right to feel, but once you did Versus and y'all was playing, you did the shit with Apollo, You see him in the street, you pulled up. You can't see, people don't look deep like I look at. People don't look deep the way I look deep into stuff. People just see stuff on the surface and they make their opinion and say what they have to say from that. You got to look deep into stuff. Cause you got him thinking he fucking with y'all, fuck around. You see me, you pull, if I'm on the block, I'm standing there, and somebody could have drove past me and be like, oh, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And rolled past me, you pull over to jump out and say what's up to me, I'm thinking we good. I'ma think we good. If somebody right now go out their way and pull over and holler at me, well, we good. We good. That's phony kicking it. That's phone. All that happens from. It's a video out. Jim was in Harlem. Cam was riding by, pulled over. He could have kept going. He pulled over, jumped out, and hollered at him. But now you sell you saying it bothers you, saying it's a snake, this, that, and the third, but you still want to do stuff over some money. You could have said, fuck that money. I'm not doing it. I can't fuck with him. 50 didn't fuck with Game no more. And he could have made big money off Game. Easy. When they squashed it, when him and Game squashed it, and they talked, he could have made big money off Game. He turned that down. He's like, I can't fuck with him no more. And their situation totally different, because like I said, they ain't even know each other that long. He could have easily forgave him. Yo. Huh? Oh, nah. Oh, you ain't leaving? Oh. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'll get back with you guys. Thanks, bro.